Hi. Today we'll be flipping through my second sketchbook. We as in me and you and this AI lady. Sorry, AI lady. You have to. I started it in May 2024 and finished it in August. I started it with a picture of my parents' cat. Humble brag, these are drawn from life, straight in fountain pen. You will see some of these drawings are not good. This is a normal sketchbook. The goal was to draw lots of things and learn from making mistakes. It's not an Instagram sketchbook. It's the same cat. His name is Misha. I kept drawing him over and over because I could not achieve a likeness and also because I love him so much. These moments when I'm watching him closely and drawing him, they are so special. This one is referenced from Pinterest, and it really doesn't make me feel anything. It came out weird too. Oh well. Sometimes things just don't work out, but you know what? Just turn the page. These are also referenced from Pinterest, but I love how they turned out. In fact, they're my favorite things from the entire sketchbook. They have a certain softness and simplicity I strive for. I couldn't resist the chicken in a tutu and the squirrel investigating a shuttlecock. Thanks, Pinterest. Sometimes you don't suck. This fourth squirrel, oh boy. What a good boy. It always amazes me I can paint the ugliest things and then go back to being able to paint something nice. Sometimes I look at my sketches and it's hard to believe they're all done by the same person. I think these two came out particularly well because I was only painting, I wasn't listening to anything in the background, I wasn't watching any other YouTube video. I was really focused. Please tell me in the comments, are you a multitasker artist? Do you listen to something while painting, or do you work in silence? I wish I could focus more on one single task at a time, but sometimes I don't feel like sketching unless I mix it with some form of entertainment. Sometimes it's music, sometimes it's true crime videos, sometimes it's even YouTube sketchbook videos. Oh, I remember this tree. I drew it in the park. When I sketched it, people would pass, and I was so embarrassed of my drawing. I kept closing my sketchbook whenever I heard someone coming. But then I added a watercolor wash and I could not close it anymore. And I realized no one really cared. It felt quite freeing. Are you comfortable drawing in public? This is a sketch I messed up because I didn't know when to stop. Story of my life. I truly don't know what possessed me to put so much blush on that poor girl's cheeks. Looks like I learned my lesson. Adequate blushing in this one. I like when I can capture some feeling, not just a thing. Like drawing a pigeon by itself is okay, but drawing the snuggliness between two pigeons is way better. This next one is also one of my favorites. I like how they're checking the tap for water. They're not just existing on a blank page. They're living, doing mundane pigeon things. And this reminds me, I need to pay more attention to backgrounds. Also need to work on landscapes. Landscapes are one of those things that seem easy, but they are actually quite tricky. Sometimes I will choose references that force me to draw things I've never drawn before, like a Vespa or a birdhouse. They don't always come out right, but I want to challenge myself and to expand my visual library. Sometimes I don't finish what I start. I don't think it was laziness as much as me figuring out it's not going to work out. I adore this. I wish I could paint like this all the time. I like the color palette, how it kind of plays into the 60-30-10 rule, the composition, everything. For me, there will never be a sketchbook without cats. I just can't imagine it. I don't want to sound dramatic, but a sketchbook without cats is like a saltless chip or a cheeseless pizza. I try to accept most sketches as they are, but I'll cover those which are beyond hideous or cringe. Deep down, I wish I could let go completely. I wish I didn't care about the result and simply enjoyed the process of drawing or painting. I wish I could enjoy it as much as I did when I was a kid and didn't know the difference between what looks good and what doesn't. How would you deal with an ugly sketchbook page? I love me a good double page spread. And I hate the first and last page. It's like if I mess up the first page, it will set up the tone for the rest, so I will mess up everything else. I know that's silly and makes no sense. As for the last page, that's the very last thing to see. It will leave an impression. Maybe I should just reserve them for swatches. This Pinterest reference was stunning. An old lady struggling with too many baguettes. I used one of my favorite colors for her skin tone, which is Potter's Pink from Winsor Newton. I made these two sketches too close. Oops. I need to work on how I arrange things. I'm frequently drawing things too close to the border of the page, or cutting someone's feet by accident. Every now and then I insist on sketching straight in fountain pen, even though 80% of the time I end up with drawings I regret. This tiger is cool, though. I saw an amazing video of a carp eating lotus petals. You heard me right, a fish eating a flower. So I had to draw it. I continued with herons. I will do that. Pick subjects which are related to something I've recently drawn. Wow, that red is too perfect. I absolutely love it. It's giving me imposter syndrome big time. I did this? Impossible. But I did. This is done after a reference, obviously. I couldn't find a cat poking a tortoise's shell in real life. It's a pity I didn't add watercolor. I was probably scared I'll ruin the sketch, and I can't come back to it now because I consider the sketchbook long finished. Say hi to Mr. Cutie. I don't know where I am with my skills. I'm not a beginner, but I'm also definitely not in the stage where I can make insects look cute. I love how they came out. I reserved the white of the page in some areas, and it makes a huge difference. I'm not feeling these foxes though. These ones are a bit more acceptable. It's all about practice. I go back and forth between gray sketches and more colorful ones. I was pretty much falling out of love with the sketchbook at this point. I tried some more landscape stuff. Maybe plain fountain pen isn't the right tool for a landscape. Tried bears, but was too afraid to add watercolor. I was making more colorful stuff digitally. I did add some color eventually. I love the smell of freesias. They always remind me of my mom. I'm not sure why I painted thistle, but the morning glories are okay-ish. I keep choosing difficult references to practice on, and then I get mad at myself for making mistakes. Make it make sense. Perspective is my weakest point. I'm well aware. I hate it with the power of 1,000 suns. It's like the mathematics of art. This had potential, but I completely messed up the gray cat's eye. I have to remind myself. It's just a sketchbook. I'm learning. I'm making mistakes and I'm learning. Thank you so much if you've watched this video. It really means a lot to me. I don't have any artsy friends and I don't show my sketchbook to anyone in real life, except for like 2 people, so you're pretty special. I hope you have a great day. Take care and see you soon.